Ben McLemore had Jayhawk fans oohing and eyeing over his high-flying dunks in 30-plus point games this last season. But when a USA Today article surfaced earlier this month that McLemore's AAU coach Darius Cobbs took $10,000 in cash to lead the former KU star to an agent in LA, Jayhawk Nation was not too happy. McLemore talking today for the first time since that story broke in an interview with Sports Illustrated. He told the magazine he's more than willing to meet with NCAA investigators. McLemore had this to say about his former AAU coach. I've pushed him out of my circle. I didn't see no money going around. My mom hasn't seen no money going around. We don't know nothing about it. McLemore in Chicago for the NBA Combine, and the KU star showing off his vertical today, which was tops among all shooting guards. Some experts are predicting McLemore could be drafted as high as the #2 overall pick. We'll have to wait and see how things play out when the draft gets underway on June 27th. Well, Wichita State in the midst of its final series of the regular season. The Shockers took the first of a 3-game set with Northwestern last night, 8-2, and that victory thanks in large part to the bat of Garrett Bailiff, who went 4 for 5 at the plate and recorded a season-high 3 RBIs. Coach Gene Stevenson using this series with the Wildcats to get ready for next week's Valley Conference tournament.
You know, we're trying to get everybody that we're going to use in the tournament to feel like they're sharp and that, you know, we're getting ready to go play.
And play they will. Game 2 of the series with Northwestern tonight at X Stadium. First pitch just a few minutes away at 6:30. Now to the mound in Manhattan, where Kansas State is on the verge of making history with a win tonight against the Oklahoma Sooners. The Wildcats can clinch at least a share of the Big 12 title, their first in 80 years. And not only that, a victory over the Sooners tonight would put K-State athletics in elite company with conference titles in football, basketball, and baseball in the same academic year. The Texas Longhorns are the only Big 12 school to do that back in 2005. Well, the Wingnuts opened the season last night against the Kansas City T-Bones. Before the game, though, they retired the organization's first jersey, that of bench coach Brian Rose, who passed away earlier this year from skin cancer. A wonderful tribute and a wonderful performance by the Nuts. Kevin Hooper's team shut out the T-Bones in its first game of the regular season by a final score of 8-0. These two teams meet again tonight. First pitch at Lawrence Dumont is at 7:05. Well, yesterday, Andy Reid got his first full look at his entire team all on the field at once, and now that there's a new head coach and new quarterback in Kansas City, how do some of the veteran receivers feel about the upcoming season?
Coach Reid, Coach Kelly, those guys are great coaches. You know, they're going to push all of us receivers and push the team as a whole, and there's definitely a chance to show what I can do.
And finally tonight, the question of will the Sacramento Kings stay or will they go to Seattle has been answered. The Maloof brothers sold the Kings to software tycoon Vivek Ranadive for an NBA record $535 million. That's a lot of money.
It's interesting. One of the men there in that crowd you just saw at the end was Kevin Johnson, who was a star NBA player. He's the mayor of Sacramento, and he engineered that deal to keep the team exactly where it's going to stay.
Man.
Well, you talk to just about any golfer. If they've ever had a hole-in-one, they'll want to tell you all about it. But coming up